Okay, we're live, we're live, we're live. Here we go. Good afternoon, Pam. Greetings from Birmingham. And over there, Lisansi over there.
Hi, very good afternoon to you from Leeds,
That's
north of
it.
England, Leeds.
Powerful.
I was gonna say sunny Leeds, but not quite sunny today.
I know, right? It's a bit.
Yeah,
It was. I think there was a bit of sunshine in the morning, but then the clouds turned up, and now it's raining.
showers of blessings. I
Showers of.
just,
Mm.
I just put down some lawn seed as well. I was working on the garden. I put down some lawn seed. So yeah, indeed, showers of blessings. Exactly what I was hoping to happen.
Great. Listen, it's good to see you again. Good to catch up.
Yeah, yeah.
And also,
As always.
I must say that I'm relinquishing the mantle. I'm no longer the host. You are the host, and
Oh wow,
hence I'm coming in to say co-host. So for the
wow.
people, we want the people to know that this show is going to be run by my friend Lisansi. I'll be coming in whenever I have to be. But at the same time, we're going to come with different people. But this host of ours is going to be Lisansi from now on, and I'll be co-hosting.
It's a pleasure. It's an absolute honor and a pleasure.
I figured out that you are more knowledgeable than I am. And
Well, that's debatable.
no, it isn't. It isn't final. Okay, now in the game of life, one thing I've discovered is that sometimes God plants a vision in someone, but then He brings about provision. And when I look at you, is provision to this. Somebody whom God has grilled and is also, God keeps on making you what you are today and what the future has in store for you. And so I believe that I think you can take this show to the highest level. And also I think people would benefit more with you at the heart of it. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And
I appreciate
and I don't think I'm wrong on that one. Trust me, I'm very sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
today,
all I can be is obedient. If this is God's will, yeah.
and so
That's our calling, obedience. That's it.
very true. Today now, let's catch up from last week. For those of you that missed us, Power Global Radio, you missed us, I know, because it was Lisansi projecting. I tried to tap into his show, but somehow my battery died off, and that's it. And I think because of the way the settings were done with the Lisansi, most of you could not access what we did last week. Excuse me. So we're just gonna catch up with what you spoke last week. You know what? Lisansi, you want to know that you want to know this. I nearly posted every day to say, oops, I've stayed on the warm up. I'm not lying.
Wow.
I think it's today when I actually pushed a bit beyond the warm up. I found it to be worthy.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good hack, that little warm up, because it gets you going. It gets the brain thinking that we're in for something crazy. But then you can always bring it back because it just allows the body to just get ready for it. Just get ready for that push. Get ready for the push. I mean, catching up from last week, I'm gonna say it's good to see that you've got your gloves today. Last week you were pretty gutted that you didn't have your gloves on. You were like, I forgot my gloves.
I know. And my tutor did not allow me to go back to the car and get it. But today I was like, we're not going that, I'm not going to say, oh, wait until I get my gloves. I've got them on, ready for it, man.
Yeah.
Ready for it.
I'm glad that you came ready for action. Yeah, and that's it. In fact, that's tip number one for today. Tip number one for today is before you engage into any kind of exercise, any kind of workout, I think you need to be prepared mentally, number one. But number two as well is just, you got to have have what you need. You gotta have the pieces of equipment that you need.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
today we're going to try and explore another full body workout.
Right.
I have quite a few things on the menu today.
Oh my days!
I want us to do.
You're not taking me through an hour session, are you?
We're gonna try and keep it just under an hour because
Oh
the
my!
level of exertion.
Yeah, go on. Let's keep it at 30 minutes. If we
The
go
level of
over, then we're talking about probably 40 minutes. Please.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, because the level of exertion that we wanted to do today is we're just focusing on a shorter rest period. So I've come up with a routine that will involve about 6 or 5. Let's keep it 5 compound exercises. And what we're going to do is at the end of each set, we're going to rest for only 40 seconds to allow us to just control our breathing and come back into it. So for today's workout, it's optional anyway. I have some weights. If you've got some weights at home, or
No,
if you don't have weights, you can always use cans of beans. You can use containers of water. You can put water into an empty container. That adds weight as well. But in order for us to get that intensity we want, we're going to use some light weights with our workout today. And if you don't have weights, if you ever came across something like this, which is a resistance band, band allows you to get the same results that you would get if you had weights with you. And pretty much that's it. So you have absolutely no weights? No,
No, because I think I was still in the mode of the basics of the warm up.
Yeah.
Did you exhaust everything last week?
Yeah. Well, we'll keep it very basic.
Okay.
We'll use very little weight. And in place of weight, we will just work as though we have the weight in our hands or not.
Okay.
And just because what we're trying to do is just work on the basics, work on the fundamentals, so you can get the understanding of how to actually do the exercises. So let's get into action. Enough talking. Let's get into action. So I hope you brought your H2O as well, and you brought yourself a towel because we're gonna get a bit sweaty today. So make sure you always have that. For the next move, we're gonna get into our warm up. Our warm up will take us roughly about just under 5 minutes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 different routines, and they're all gonna be a minute each. So for those that wish, they can use a skipping rope. For those that don't have one, it doesn't matter. You can just do the motion as though you were actually skipping. I've got one of these fancy looking skipping ropes. They allow you to assume the same motion as though you're skipping. And if you don't have a skipping rope, you can just do the actual motion as though you're skipping. So you hold up your palms like that, like fold them into a fist, and you'll be doing that as though you are skipping. So just keep those hands rotating forward. So we're going to start with our warm up.
Listen, before you go ahead, for some people probably who are wondering what's going on, this is a continuation. Last week we went practical. We don't just want to be talking about fitness and health. We want to get practical, and we want to make sure that you at home or anywhere where you're watching us now, you get to see the basics of when you get to the gym, when you're at home. In fact, we are both at home. Last week we were in the gym. Today we are both at home, and so I really want you to get active as well at home. Get active, get doing what we're doing. Okay, so remember, you may not have the weights with you, but you can get practical with us. Okay, let's sweat it together. Let's go.
Let's sweat it together. All right, so these are the kind of exercises you can do at home. We're living in a a pandemic world now, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's even hard to get to the gym. So in the absence of that, here's a nice quick workout you could do. So we're going to start with a warm up. We're going to skip. So you can either hop, skip in the same position, or if you've got a skipping rope like I do, use that. You can either have the traditional one or this invisible one. Let's get going. So 2, 3, 1, let's go. We're going to do this for 1 whole minute. 1 minute.
Now, I do not have the skipping whatever, but I'm doing as if I do. So the same thing should apply to anybody at home.
Yeah. You can either skip the boxer skip where you're moving one foot to the front, or you can jump on the same
Right.
position, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing this for a minute.
Okay.
I've got a timer on so I know where we are.
Right.
Getting there. We're almost there.
Okay.
This might be slightly longer than a minute.
I'm wondering, is this not a minute?
All right. There you go. There you go. And stop. Okay. Get my timer on again so we can move together.
We want feedback. I want feedback. People at home, if you're watching, and I know quite a few people logged in, make sure you're also practical. And I remember some of you requested that we be practical. So this is not for us showing you off, but this is for tips to get physical, to get real, okay? Remember, you could be watching us for free and hearing these instructions for free. Or you could pay your doctors next time you're sick because you didn't listen. Let's go.
Okay, so the next one we're going to do are called mummy kicks. So you're going to have your hands walk. If you ever seen the mummy returns, there's these creatures that walk like that. So what you're doing is you're going to keep your hands out to the front, and with your legs you're going to be kicking forward like that. But just keep your hands like that. Yeah. And when I call out, you start scissoring your hands in front like that.
Okay.
In that motion. Okay. All right. So that's the demo. Let's do this now. Let me set the timer. That way we're moving with time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'll set it to a minute. Give me a second. All right, let's go.
What do you call this again?
They're called mummy kicks. Try and kick as high. Mummy kicks. Try and kick as high as you can. When I say go, you start scissoring the hands in front of you. 1, 2, and go like that. And stop. And go. Just keep it there for now. Keep it going. So 1 more minute, few more seconds rather. And done. All right. By now you should feel your blood flowing. All right.
It
What we're
is
gonna do
already.
is
Oh my days. Come on, man.
nice
Okay.
simple stretch now. So nice simple stretch now. What we're gonna do is floor to sky. Floor to sky stretch. Make sure that when you try and touch the floor, yeah, as simply as it sounds. So you go to touch the floor, and you try and reach as high as you can to the sky. Hence the name floor to sky, right? So all you gotta do is when you do reach out for the floor, try and make sure that you're stretching your hamstring enough that you can feel the pinch in your hamstrings. Very good for the hamstrings at the back.
Okay.
So it's a dub. You're stretching both your hamstrings. So when you're going down, reach down as far as you can. You don't necessarily have to touch the floor, because some of us are less flexible than others. If you can touch the floor, well and good. If you can only touch with the tips of your toes, if you can't try and reach to your shins, to the very end of your shins, or try and touch your ankles. But just make sure that the stretch is in your hamstrings. So let's try that. We're going to go for a count.
Says, surely everybody should be able to do it. I mean, when you look at it, just what you just shown me now, it sounds easy. I mean, you're talking about if you can't reach to the, surely I've been able to reach down. Is it that, am I doing
sometimes
feel the pain in here?
Yeah, sometimes after a long day, it's very difficult to actually try and stretch the muscles.
I get it.
So here we go.
Let's go.
Floor to stretch. So to the floor and to the sky. And this, when you go to the sky, try and stretch as far as your hands can go. If you're really tall, try and touch your ceiling. All the way to the floor. All the way back to the sky. And when you're going all the way down, imagine the minute hand or the hour hand on the clock. That's how your hands should move. So your hands should move in a clock movement, going opposite directions, right? And all the way down to the ground. And then back up. Let's loosen that top part of our body. Right now, you should start feeling that good old stretch in the back. All the way back up to the sky. And to the floor. We're not timing this one as such because it's just a stretch. So sometimes when it comes to stretches, it just depends on how your body is that particular day, how stiff your body is, and you'd be able to feel it yourself. Some people might go longer than others, but the idea is not to overstretch, just to give it that enough stretch on your upper body as well as your lower body when you touch the floor. That's it. So let's shake ourselves out like that, shake your body out like that, shake it out, shake it out. What we're going to do is a quad stretch. Quad stretch is simple. If you don't have the balance, you can use a chair, you can lean on the wall or anything that's close enough to you. You can hold on to your training partner if you're training with someone. So all it is you raise your foot like that and grab your ankle and pull it all the way to your glute. Yeah, make sure it touches your butt at the back. And when you do get to your back, you push your pelvis slightly forward so you can feel the stretch there in the front of your quadriceps, right in front there. You feel the stretch there, right there. So you push forward. Right, so switch to the other side. Sometimes for balance, you can reach out your hand to one side, like that.
Which way? Sideways?
Yeah, you can raise it to one side. You can raise your hand to the side like that, just to give you balance, because it's very difficult sometimes to balance on this.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay still.
Switch one more time to the other side. All right, and switch to the other side. Okay, we're gonna continue. We're gonna stretch our triceps a bit. So what you do is, I don't know if you ever did this. In my school, in primary school, it was how they knew you were old enough. They made you touch your ear on the other side. Yeah, so if you do that and grab the corner of your elbow there and stretch it that way, and stretch your tricep. Yeah, you're gonna feel the nice little stretch in your tricep. Yeah. And change it to the other side. Grab the corner of your elbow like that
and stretch it. Just make sure you pull that. Yeah, you'll feel that stretched out.
No, you can feel it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to stand up again. I'm going to do a torso stretch. So we're going to hold up our elbows out like that. And then we're just going to twist to one side that way. And twist our torso the other way. Make sure when you're moving, when you're actually twisting, that your feet are planted facing forward. So your feet, don't let your feet drag along, because it's easy for your feet to go along. When you do that, it kind of defeats the purpose of the torso stretch. So you have to have your feet planted and stretch like that. That's it. And don't overstretch, because obviously this affects your back. So you don't want any strain, too much strain on your back.
And that's the problem with me. Sometimes I do overstretch.
Yes, it's a bit of a pain, because sometimes you come to certain exercises, and because you are straining that part of the body already, and if you overstretch, you're just further straining your joints. And that's our warm up and stretch for today. So we're gonna get into the workout.
I'm sweating.
Are you? That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good sign. That's a good
How
sign.
come you're not sweating?
I actually am a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm
I am a
thinking
little bit.
this warm up is already getting the better of me already. Anyway, enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. And so you're saying this is warm up.
That was just warm up. So we kept it nice and easy with the warm up, and
Yeah.
warm up is a must. We kept it nice and easy. We hit all the necessary parts based on what we've got on the main menu. So think of it as a 3-course meal. You have your starter, and then you get into your main course, and then you'll have your dessert at the end. So this is how pretty much most workout plans are structured. You have your warm up, you have your main, and then you have your cool down and stretch at the end, and you're done. Okay.
Before you
There's
continue,
always-
before you bring in the main course, let me just talk to the people watching us. Daddy Cooks
Sure.
says, I'm on it. Daddy Cooks, I want to know how effective this is becoming with you over down there. Please get interactive. I mean, this is not just a Lisansi talking. Give my man a punch to say that you guys are getting what he is showing us. So Daddy Cook says, I'm on it. Who else? Who else is on this? Maybe let me go on to my profile. You know, we need to engage. We need to engage.
So if you have any questions, anything, stop us, because
That's it.
you know,
Perfect.
like the army, no man, no woman left behind. We want to move together as a unit, as a
I love
as a
this.
squad. Yeah,
We've got, listens.
but
We have the soldier, Elder Gabriel. And he
amen,
says,
amen.
good stuff, sir. Now, Gabriel, how I wish you were on Power Global, but okay, I'm able to read this out. So Elder Gabriel is one of my favorite elders in the world. You heard that. One of my favorite elders in the world. This guy teaches the word of God like nobody's business, but he's a soldier in the army, a British army, by the way.
Amen.
I've got Meme Nachisale says, help me stretch my tummy.
Okay, yeah, we can.
Okay.
So a good exercise, a good stretch for the tummy. If you're ever
Yeah.
doing, because sometimes when you're doing a lot of sit-ups and stuff, you tend to feel a lot of that strain of it. The very easy exercise to release those muscles. I'll tilt my camera down this way, and this is to show you how quickly we are. We're answering these questions live and doing these things as we go. So all you have to do is you lie flat on your stomach,
Meme
and then
Nachisale,
raise.
This is a request from what's her name again? I need to she's changed her name, but let's call it with the Facebook name. Meme Nachisale, there is the practical side of stretching your tummy.
So yeah, as soon as when you lie flat on your back, you just all you have to do is raise the top part of your body like that, keeping the lower part of your body still on the ground. So if I go this way, you might view it better this way. You can see me. Yeah. So that's it. Just hold it for a few seconds. Not more than 10 to 15 seconds.
Stretching your
and
tummy.
release. And release.
Right.
Then once again, do that, repeat that, hold that for 10 to 15 seconds. And back. And you do that for as long as necessary. And you will
Right.
feel the release. What's weird actually is you feel it feels like you're stretching your back, but you feel the release at the front
Right.
of that tummy. And that's how you stretch your tummy.
Okay. And
Simple as. Okay.
so that was a request from, actually, her name is Mercy. Mercy
Okay.
Nangwale. So wonderful. Mercy, I hope your request has been catered for. Bishop Joseph Kaunda, I mean, that is not good. Bishop Joseph Kaunda was requested to come on, and he says, I'm in bed eating. What? Anyhow, let's go on. Let's go on, listen. Let's go on, listen. We are doing this.
I don't know what's going on in Dublin that's making Bishop Joseph Kaunda
Imagine.
sleep
Now, before you
at this
move on,
hour, unless he's got a night shift.
listen, before you move on,
Yeah.
Daddy Cooks says, I'm Lisansi's brother. Oh, I'm loving the workout. I'm in my room working out. I've always wanted to do a session with my brother. This is my chance. Oh, there you go. Nawa.
Daddy-
His name says Nawa is my name. Thank you, Nawa. So you recognize the guy, right?
Daddy Cooks is my little brother. He needs to come.
Really?
He needs to. Yeah, we're both very. We're all fit enthusiasts. He's
Okay.
he's in the British Army. He's been serving for a number of years now.
Okay.
I believe at the moment he's somewhere posted. He's going to go on tour or something, or some kind of training away from home. And he does this a lot. This man is serving our country excellently. He's got a wife and young children, but he's doing a phenomenal job. But above and beyond everything, Daddy Cooks now in Ambula is one of the most loving people I've ever come across. He's a wonderful, God-fearing, wonderful person to just interact with on a personal level. And his passion for Christ is just unbelievable. This man loves the Lord.
Okay, so
check his Facebook. Check his Facebook out, his Instagram out. He's an amazing person to learn from. He's got fantastic testimonies about his own life, how he came, how he found Christ, and where he is right now, and how he uses his platform to share the goodness of God.
Nawa,
Fantastic.
listen. Now I salute you, and you can be sure we're on it. And I hope that next time you'll be able to join us with your passion. This platform is purely, let's get fit, let's get healthy. We're passionate about health and longevity, but we do understand that there's a part we ought to play. And thank you for joining us. And not only now, a shout out to everybody who's joined us right now. I tell you what, the Facebook is live. This now is actually, if I'm not wrong, he's watching us from YouTube.
From Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. That's great. That's awesome.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
That's awesome. All right. Okay. So I had planned an exercise that would have involved weights. So what I'm going to do is switch that a little bit. We're going to jump onto something that will not need weights. These are going to be burpee push-ups. So what we're going to do is, it's a compound exercise. It's allowing us to strengthen our legs with a slide, because this is a burpee. This burpee is going to involve a jump. It's not your traditional burpee where you just flip back down with your feet and come back in. So the burpee movement is this. When you do that and come back, that's what a burpee is. Wow. Okay, so what that does, it strengthens your core, and it helps it also actually improves your explosive energy. So your ability to just explode, or to just push out in an instant. So it comes in handy when you have to lift things or doing. So it's the same muscles that you will engage when you're doing a burpee as when you are going to push a car or lift anything. So it's good for that. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a compound exercise. So we're going to compound the burpee movement. Yeah. When we get into the plank position, we're going to do a push-up. After we've done the push-ups, we're going to jump back. And when we jump back, we're going to then jump and jump as high as you can.
So,
Right. So you've got
let
this.
me demonstrate. So you say yes or no, right? For those
Okay.
watching. So
Burpee, push up, back up. That's the one.
is that the one?
Exactly. Now try and make that a double motion. So when you come down to the plank position, make sure that plank is planted. So you want to be on the tips of your toes and on your palms, straighten
Right.
up. So you gotta have that next step, because you did it quite smoothly. What you did is you went back into the burpee and you were already in the push-up position, and then you got up. What I need you to do is have the double movement. So you here, push up, come back, then up. Here, push up, then come back. We're gonna go for. That's it.
Right.
That's it. We're gonna go for 10 sets. We're gonna rest. We're gonna rest for 30 seconds. 40 seconds, sorry. And we're gonna jump back into it. We're gonna do that 3 times round. So here we go. Let me just get I'll get a timer. I'll get a timer going on my watch, so that way we can keep time.
How many you said?
We're gonna do 10 reps.
10, stop, pause for 40 seconds, 10, pause, 40 seconds, 10.
That's it. Yes. So we're getting busy. For those who can't do a full push-up, the alternative is when you come down here, put your knees down and then go for a push-up, then come back up and jump. Same thing. Okay. We're gonna go at a steady pace, so everyone can get a chance to do all the movements and do the complete routine. So here we go. 2, 3, and go. That's 1. Push up. That's 2. Burpee. That's 3. Burpee. Push up. That's 4. Burpee. That's 5. Burpee. Push up. That's 6. Burpee. Push up. 7. 8. 9. And the last one. 10. Fantastic.
Okay. Woo.
Take a break, 40-second break. Get your breath back. Get a sip of water. Do whatever you gotta do. Woo. That was good.
That was good. There's a question I'm going to ask later, but let's go on. Okay, oh, come on. This is already taking my breath away. Woo.
Right. We've got about 10 seconds to go before we go back in.
Guys, I hope you're enjoying it out there. PP has got a question I'm going to ask you.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. That's it then.
Whoa, okay.
I'm gonna rest for 40 seconds again.
This is good. I've forgotten my water.
Have you? Never forget your water. Water is life.
Okay, thank you.
Doing all right. 10 more seconds. And we'll be going. Okay, so let's go. That's 1.
Okay.
That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10.
Okay.
Okay. While we rest, I'm going to talk about the next. I'm going to talk about the next move.
Now, before you go to the next one,
Yeah.
there's a
I can
request.
see how much life has been taken out of you, Pastor Chance.
Woo! Hi. There's a request.
So, depending
Listen.
on how intense, just quickly before you go to the request.
Okay.
So, intensity-wise, if you want to improve the intensity of this, you can cut down the rest time or increase how many reps you're doing. So we've done it very basic. We've gone for like 10 reps. Ideally, if you really want to push the boundary, you want to be working within a rep range of 12 to 15. So that will really get your muscles engaged, will activate that quick muscle hypertrophy, allow you to break down those muscle fibers nicely,
Right.
and give you quicker gains, quicker results. That's it.
One
The
second.
request?
Wait 1 second before I read you the request. People are popping up here. Salos Nirenda, what are you laughing for? Let's get busy. Salos. Oh my days. Had we now come up? You know what that means, right?
I know.
Chrissy goes, we'll try all that maybe eventually. He says all the flesh will disappear, and she laughs. Janet, Mrs. Ishmael. This is a long time friend, member I've known. Janet, good to see you, that you are with us here. Much respect to you. You know, okay, we're not going to talk much, but she's somebody respected in society. Right. Okay, but let's go to this question.
Okay.
Any exercise, this is PP. I don't know who that PP is. PP, what's your name? Reveal your name. Come on, guys, I want to know you. Now, good to see you. Good to know you now. Anyway, here we go. PP goes, any exercises to lose belly fat? I need abs, guys. He says, listen, wait. He says, I need abs, guys. I cannot enter 2021 like this.
Okay.
So
the one thing we should be thankful for being in this pandemic is having a lot of time, because most people are either working from home or not working at all. So you're quarantined. What do you do with all that time? How can you actually burn that belly fat? So belly fat is not something of a mystery. A lot of people want to focus on just one area of their body, but you have to understand that in order to actually attack your abdominal muscles or just your abdominal area, you have to have a comprehensive approach to it. So you have to exercise your entire body. So you've heard this saying that abs are made in the kitchen. So a lot of it has to do with what you are eating as well. So a combination of just a full body workout and a good diet, within no time at all, you will start seeing your abdominal muscles. You start seeing your abs, because people want a six-pack, isn't it? This is the motivational thing. Everyone wants a flat tummy to see that there's work being done here. When your tummy goes flat, but remember, what you're putting into your system, what you inject into your system, what you ingest into your system actually is what actually gives the results, especially when it comes to the abdominal area. It's a very revealing part of your body.
So what you're saying is, and let's emphasize that point, it's not just the heavy weights or the pulling of this and that, but it's combination of good eating, good food, and workout, right?
You can do what you can do 1,000. You can do 1,000 sit-ups every day if you want. If you don't change your diet, you will never ever see that six pack.
So PP, I hope that answers your question. Change your diet and work out on the abs. There'll be and listen. The other thing is that okay, assure the guy that you'll be coming in with such kind because today we're not. You only have, by the way, you only have 20 minutes to finish this up.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So in 20 minutes, what we're going to do is maybe let's do one more. Let's do one more compound exercise. I'll insist on doing one with weights because the other one actually does still need some kind of weights. What did we do? We did, and I don't want us to focus on the same muscle group because the other one that I had still focuses on the chest. I like the one we just done because it's compound. It's worked our entire upper body and has worked on our lower body as well. But what I want us to do is work slightly more on our lower body. We're gonna do for you without weights. We're going to do air squats. So what we will do with that,
you've got 10 minutes.
Okay. So what we're going to do with these squats, what I have is a squat press. So you would need two weights, medium to heavy maybe, if depending on where your level is. I've got these are 5 kilogram weights in my hands, and I'm using this to demo. I usually go heavier than this, but I'm just doing this for the sake of for doing the demonstration. So this is the move. I'll do it from the side so you can see how the movement is. So you rack the weights to your shoulder that way. Yeah, so you can see. As you can see,
I'm gonna leave you on the main screen by yourself. I'm here, but I just want to make sure people see you because I don't have the weights.
Okay, great. Yeah. So what you want to do is rack the weights to your shoulder. When you rack your weights to the shoulder, you will dip down into the squat, and when you get back up, you thrust the weights up. So when you're thrusting the weights up, initially when you're going down, the weights are facing each other this way. But when you get to the top, you're going to swing them around like that.
Okay.
Right? So that's the movement of the weight. So up at the top, you have what we call an Arnold press. So an Arnold press is usually done this way. Your weights are facing you, then you turn them around to face the other way around. But this time around, we're doing it halfway. So when you come down into the squat and you go back up, they go up. So that's what we're doing. So if you haven't got the weights, you're going to assume the same movement as though you have the weights in your hands. With your hands out like you're holding weights, you're going to squat down.
1 second.
You're going to press.
I need to bring myself in.
Actually, if you don't have weights, grab a towel right now. If you've got a towel, grab a towel. What you're going to do with the towel is you're going to hold it on both ends. Yeah. On the ends of the towel. Yeah. Stretch it out like that. Turn it into like, yeah, exactly. Perfect, Pastor Chance. That's it. But what you're going to do with this is going to pull the weight as far as you can. Don't rip your towel. I know you've got the strength of Samson, but
okay.
So you stretch them out and you feel the tightness in your shoulders when you do that. You feel the tightness in your shoulders. Okay. So when you do that, when you lift it right in front, you feel the tightness. And all we're going to do is squat with your hands out like that. So you're going into the squat motion and just keep that like that.
Right.
Just keep it like that. And don't change that. You will feel the push in your shoulders where we're actually trying to attack, and as well as your squat. I want to see your squat movement. Make sure that your feet are planted with your toes facing straight dead ahead. And when you dip into the squat, I want you to go as though you're going to fall down a little bit, but fall straight vertically. Yeah. Yeah. And try and get, every time you do your squat, like we talked about last week, every time you do your squat, try and ensure that your butt is either at the same line as your knees, or lower if you can. It's how you get the muscles activated. That's it. Keep that pulled all the way. Yes. All right, so we're gonna go again. Same motion. We're gonna go again for. I'm gonna change my weight so I want to feel this. I want to really get a workout out of this. I'll change to 10 kilograms now. I was on 5. Right, so we're gonna go for 10 again. So here we go. 2, 3, let's go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it.
Oh,
Rest for 30 seconds again. Rest for 30 seconds or 40 seconds, sorry. 40-second rest. And we're gonna go straight back in. How's that feeling? How's the intensity in your shoulders? Is that any different?
very, very. Well, it's difficult to. I can feel it.
Right.
Also, my legs. Coincidentally, today was a leg day for me. I was working on my legs.
Oh my. Oh my.
Pressing, you know that.
Let's do it. Let's do a variation at the top. So when you go up, when you come down, bring the towel down as well, and then push it up. Bring the towel down and push it up, but stretch it as far as your hands can stretch, possibly can, and continue with that intensity. I think we're ready to go now. We're going for another set. Rack those weights if you got weights. If you haven't got weights, get ready with that towel. Let's go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10.
Okay.
Give it that break. Give it that break. This is a time when you ponder on all the things that you're dealing with in your life.
This is good, man.
This is when you're making plans for the future, thinking about how you're going to navigate in this crazy world that we're in right now.
Now, what's
Pondering that.
40 seconds. Can I just preach to my people again? Imagine you're paying a personal trainer to do this. But thanks be to God for men like Lisansi who are giving to us for free. And by the way, Lisansi, I'm going to talk to you something else after this because this was a revelation I got today whilst in the gym. But for you people, listen to me again. It sounds like we are playing up here, but this is for life. This game changes the longevity of your life. Let's go, Lisansi.
Okay, here we go. Back the weights up. Those with the towel, you know what to do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic.
This is good, man.
How's everyone feeling?
5 minutes we have.
We've got 5 minutes left. What we're going to do in the last 5 minutes is we're going to go back to the top of the workout. This time around, we're going to do some stretches.
Right.
We'll cut out because we don't need to warm up. We need to warm down. So all we're going to do is just stretch. So we're going to come into a child's pose position. The child's pose is with your knees down this way.
Push your camera down a bit. Your camera.
Sorry. So you have you're on all fours. Yeah, you're on all fours, and all you do is just push your butt all the way back, so you can actually sit on the heels of your feet. Yeah, and then try and push your shoulders down to the ground, the closest you can get to the ground. So let's do that for a bit. And then we go back to tabletop, back to all fours. We're gonna do what we call cat cow. Those who do yoga will tell you more about cat cow. So all you do is bend your back as deep as you can go. Deep, make that dip on your back, all the way down, and then stretch it out again, all the way up. And stretch back down again, and stretch back out again. Okay, what we're going to do is while you're in the same position, with your right hand, reach out across to your left. Yes, and reach out as far as you can. That's it. Bending all the way down, and switch to the other side as well. Switch it to the other side. Same movement. Okay, we're going to get up. Put one foot forward. Put one foot forward. And then put your hands, right next to your right foot. Your hands there. And then lift the back foot off, lift the knee off. That's it. And you go into what we call a runner's lunge.
Right.
All right. Hold that for a few more seconds. Then place the knee back down and do the exact opposite movement. So stick your left foot out, hands next to your left leg, and lift the one at the back. Gonna feel a nice stretch. If you can, try and push your knee using your shoulder. Using your shoulder, you can push your knee slightly out to the side using your shoulder. Yeah. That's it. We're gonna come back to standing position. We're gonna do the floor to sky again. So reach out to the sky, all the way down to the floor. Reach out to the sky, all the way down to the floor. Okay, so when you come up to the top now, I want you to lock your fingers up there at the top. Yeah. And then pull to one side. Pull to one side. Get a nice stretch in your lats. And then the other side as well. Pull the other way around. That's it. Bring your hands to the back like this. And then lock your fingers at the back like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then stretch. Pull your hands down as though you're trying to open your chest at the forward. Opening your chest out. That's it. Pull it as far as you can. Yeah. And just loosen the body now, all the way loose. And that's it. That's it, beloved. That's all the time we had. We could have gone deeper into other things, but time is of the essence.
And let me finish it in this way. Listen, thank you once again. Listen, you are a revelation. A revelation. When I began to do this show, I never thought it would get to this far. I just wanted to push people. I don't know whether I'm a motivational speaker, but I got a revelation 2 years ago, and I've never ceased. But you are a revelation to this because I believe that I think it needed someone to take it to the next phase. And I'm really thankful for your obedience to do this. Also, let me say to the people, now I says, thanks, my people. God bless you guys. And meaning, I think that was him signing off. Thank you now for joining in. Thank you, PP, and all the likes of the Chansey crew, the likes of Chris Sinkoma, Jean Tembo. Yes, I was hoping you were on it, Jean. Because I know you're one of my favorite fans. Thank you for Mrs. Invalo. I mean it, Mrs. Invalo. It's always good to have my people joining in. Nelly Princess Wanankwele says, Joseph Kaunda, me too, and be watching these exercises. I think Joseph Kaunda has preached to some people out of it. This is not right. This is not right. But Nelly, Princess Wanankwel, if you hear me, don't listen to the bishop. Listen to me now. You need this. Janet says, thank you, Pastor and Lisansi, for the info of belly fat. So this is not just one person. This is quite a few people thanking you for it. But to everyone, to the peoples that follow us, guys, we're doing this not to show off. We're doing this for the love of life. And I'm praying, listen to me again, I'm praying you get this serious. I'm praying that we make this a reality in our lives. Let's teach it and pass it on to the next generation, to our children, and make sure we are right at it. Oh, Daddy Cooks is still here till the end. All right, right. But I thought you were signing off when you said, thanks, my people. But what I just wanted to say to you guys, Daddy Cooks, Nawa, and PP, Jean, Tembo, Janet, Chrissy, Messin and Ngwadi, and everybody else who's joined in. Some Pet Sauros, my man Gabriel, Elder Gabriel. You know, I say that publicly. You're my favorite elder. Thank you so much. I know you're in the army. The guy is all into it. I know probably he's also he is ticking all the boxes. But listen, we enjoy this, and this is purely on a revelation that we should not perish. God wants us active. He wants us to live long and strong. And you will appreciate, guys, all the peoples that are joined in today. Thanks to Power Global Radio, Mr. G Nice and your team for allowing us to come on Power Global Radio. We don't take this for granted. Like I said, Lisans is going to be hosting this, and I'll be coming in as a co-host. We hope to be doing this where we even sometimes engage with dietitians, people that know much into the kitchen side of it. And so that we are not just doing the physical aspects, but we also get to the food aspect of it. And I know, Lisans, probably you will have more information and, what you ought to talk about in terms of your kitchen life and all that. I have no kitchen life. I just eat what I know this is good for my flesh. But I would love to hear your version of the kitchen side. And let's bring in people that also will collaborate with us. I'm hoping that probably by next week, I'll tell you all about it, but next week probably we can have a dietitian with us, somebody who can talk to us about food stuff and what we eat and what to eat and what not to eat. And so we can, marry that up or marinate with what we do.
And feel free to drop in any questions, any requests, any particular things. If there's any particular thing you want to focus on for any session going forward, you drop in a question, inbox me, however you want to reach me. My details, obviously, Pastor Chance will be able to pass on to yourselves. And let's engage with one another, because this thing is shared knowledge. Sometimes is what gets us to where we want to be. It's not just expecting it to come from one end. When we share knowledge and throw around ideas, we get better solutions.
Thank you so much. Once again, greetings live from Birmingham and Leeds. We love you guys. We appreciate you for joining us. You are a revelation yourselves. Let's do this together. Let's make it live. Let's make it fun. Let's enjoy life to the full with working out. God bless you so much. Lisansi, I'll see you next week. We'll talk later.
Take care, good people. God bless you all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so there we go, and that's it. That's it from me. My last time of being the host, although you saw me saying co-host. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. By the way, I want to run a survey. What time do we come on? Is this good time? Do we need to change the time? Okay, let us know, please. So on this one, you can do it on my Facebook page. On my profile page, just let me know. Let me know whether we can do it same time, 5:30, or we need to change the time. Some people were thinking probably we do it 7 p.m. in the night or 8 p.m. 5:30 is we just started. God bless you. See you next week. Love from Chance and the team. Bye-bye.